Joe Hopkins here, and today you notice I got no mic and all that. I'm just using the camera mic because I'm going to be moving around. How cheap can you go on a home studio, right? Well, you know, I record music. I think I do a fairly good job of it. I do videos for YouTube. They're not too bad. I mean, you know, how cheap can you go? And I think I might have the epitome of how cheap you can go. Right now, I have more room and more stuff than I used to. So this is actually my bigger studio, my, second iteration of it. The last one was even smaller. So let's look around and I'll show you how cheap you can go. I got a small house, so all those guitars hanging up on the wall, there's my cheapo light. All the guitars hanging up on the wall have to hang up on the wall. I don't have room for all of this stuff otherwise. You can see it's a small room. I've got stuff piled up everywhere. Not only is this my studio, this is my exercise room. Got weight bench. There's my barbell, a bunch of weights stacked up down there. This is where me and the kid do homeschooling. There's our school desk. Under the couch there I have microphones and sound equipment and more lights and green screens and all kinds of crazy stuff. And if I do, the couple times I've used a green screen, I've just set it up right here and set up the lights and the microphone and done whatever I had to do. You can see I've got my robe setting over top of weight stands, right? I've got squat stands there, and I got chest freezer and a bookcase full of stuff. And this is the view you guys usually get of my studio. I've got that little 2-input PreSonus interface there. I've got my computer. I've got the computer and other stuff underneath. You can see this is a small space crammed with a bunch of stuff. And there's my closet, right? I've got pretty much all my clothes between there and here. This is a small space and I haven't spent much money on it. You can go look at the Studio One, what is it, that PreSonus kit that comes with the mic and the headphones and all that stuff. It's not expensive. A computer, most people have a computer. You can use a laptop. I actually need a new computer. This one's kind of getting old and a little irrelevant, right? But you can see I don't spend a lot of money. I don't have a lot of space. You know, the whole Studio One set was a couple $100. And the keyboard underneath that blanket there, the blanket's there to keep dust off. It gets dusty back here. That's one of those M Audio keyboards, so it's not terribly expensive. My first one was, the first keyboard we're using was a 61 key Radio Shack keyboard that my wife spent $20 at the Goodwill on. If you've watched my channel at all, I review budget guitars. So all of these guitars and how impressive that looks, and I don't have a lot of money in any of it at all, right? For most of my recording time, I've used my PreSonus mic that comes with that thing, right? That comes with the whole kit, that PreSonus M5 microphone. I've been using that for years. And I finally went and bought that lapel mic that you see in my videos now. Not expensive. You don't have to spend much money on it, right? Even on the video and picture editing software that I have now, I got something that wasn't a lot of money, right? I'm using, Cyberlink Power Director and Photo Director. I got their thing, it's like $100 and some a year to use their stuff. You might have seen my review on my new microphone that I use for recording now, the, Audio Technica mic. It's right there. Also, not a lot of money, and I got it on sale. I tend to hit sales. So how cheap can you go with your recording studio, video studio, all that kind of stuff? I'm showing you this, honestly, to encourage you guys to get into doing music and videos and things. It'd be great to see more people doing that kind of stuff. A lot of people, they get a little intimidated, like it's got to cost money and it's got to, it's got to be hard, those ideas. It's not. It doesn't cost a lot of money. my wife and I started out with this whole thing with very little money, and you don't need a lot of money. Most of us, even nowadays, have a phone which has more capabilities than I started out with. We didn't have a smartphone with nice cameras back then, so you guys don't need a lot of money to get started in this. If you have a phone, you can get started in it. If you have, I don't know, a couple $100s to put into it. Most of you have a computer. You don't need to get fancy recording software. It doesn't take a lot, right? You kind of need either a USB microphone or an interface and microphone or some kind of recording set like that. It's good to have a DAW. If you're doing videos, you need video editing software and probably photo editing software for the thumbnails, but a lot of that stuff's free online, or you can get it on apps on your phone and do everything on your phone. I'm telling you guys this, just showing you around. I haven't spent a lot of money, and you don't have to either, right? And to be honest with you, I think my channel would be doing a lot better if I had more time to spend on making the videos. That is kind of the big thing. You're going to run into more problems with time than with money, because you can do things cheap and still make it pretty good, fairly professional. I've done it. You can do it. It's all about learning how to do it. And, well, that's my little bit of encouragement for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel and, you know, check out some of my other videos. There's playlists at the end here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.